Hello, you're right. This is video number 2 about the second practice database that some of us did last. Uh, the worksheet's not quite as well set up as the last one, but the skills are very much the same. So I'll just quickly go through it one more time. So this time we're doing a database for an adventure company. So I've got my database from last time open. If I make a new blank one, as always, we kill the first table because it is horrible and it just takes up space. Right, so once again, we're importing from a text file because even though, where's activities? J14 activities looks like it's going to be a Excel file. It is secretly a text file. And we know this because it says comma separated values file at the end. So ignore this part. It says comma separated values. It means it is not an Excel file, text document, the text file. So there's J14 activities, and we click OK. As always, first box, you just click next. Second box, first row contains field names. Third box is nothing particularly exciting, so we can click next. Fourth box, you want to choose your own primary key because course code sounds like it's going to be unique. And it is. Okay, we click on next. And then we can import this by just clicking finish. And hopefully there's no errors. There we go. So there you go, you can see everything imported as normal. This time there's no validation. So just if you've forgotten how to do that, watch the other video again. But we do have to add data. So in your datasheet view, oh hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to do this bit first. So in design view, most of this is much the same. Text, all okay. This one here, Boolean and logical. Microsoft Access doesn't have that. It has yes and no, which is what it actually is. And we want to change our format to yes and no as well. Duration, oh, daily cost, sorry, is a currency. Residential is yes and no. Sorry. Make sure you're watching what you're doing, unlike me. And your duration is a number, and insurance is an integer. So that's just a number. It means a number with no decimal places, but we're not going to be particularly hard on that. Oh no, sorry, this is a currency again. I'm being very stupid today. And duration is an integer. We need to make that an integer. And we can save this. Save, yes. And viewing it, you can see it looks like that. Okay, so we have to add some more stuff in. So we want to add in JR019. It is a libthrip, which is a word I cannot say at all. There's some water there. It's extreme. It's in Jersey. Yes. It costs 52 currencies per day. It lasts for 7 days. And insurance is 20 because it's dangerous. We then want to add CR. Oh gosh, no, we don't add that there. I'll do that here. CR09 is kite surfing. It's a water sport as well. It's an extreme water sport. You do that in Cornwall, where Mr. Gareth's from. It is residential. The daily cost is 92 currencies. It takes 6 days, and we're doing 15 insurance, sorry. And finally, we need to add BR. I think most of you can handle this, but for the sake of completing everything, I might as well just type them all. Start flying. Oh, this is all in the wrong boxes. So make sure you watch what you're doing, as Mr. Kevin doesn't. Bristol. Again, that's a yes. It costs 77.5. It lasts for 4 days, and the insurance is 20. Okay, so we can save and close. And that's added that to the table. Right, we don't want to do this because course cost isn't in our work. This should also say activities. I made this worksheet in a hurry, so it's a bit of a mess. Okay, so we want to do a query again. It says produce a report, and like the last time, all our reports are going to be based on the results of our queries. So we're creating our query in design. We've only got one table to add. We must see the course cost. The course code, sorry. We must see the activity. We must see the type. We must see the location. We must see the level. We must see the daily cost. We must see the duration. And they must be in that order. So if you've clicked them in the wrong way, you want to delete some and put them back because you get a point for having everything in the correct order. Alright, we've got our criteria above here. So the trick to this is making sure you read everything carefully and you try and work out what goes where. So we want to see only extreme activities, where the level is extreme. We only want residential activities. This is quite sneaky because residential is not something we want to show. So we can add residential and type yes, and then we can hide it. Okay, so we've got yes. The duration is 10 days or less. We want less than or equal to 10 days. And we want activities that are not in Ireland because it excludes them. So location, and we didn't really do excludes, so this is something you might have to watch out for. But if you're excluding something, you just have to type the word not. So we want activities not Ireland. And that'll give us all the events not in Ireland. So if we want to check to make sure that worked, we can run it. And there you go, it's all extreme. It's all 10 or less. None of these are Ireland. And that is it. We then have to turn this into a query. But, first of all, we can delete this as well, because that's not something we have. So we close and save our query, and it is called Extreme Outdoor Activities. Okay, so now we're going to create a query wizard. We've already put everything in the right order, so we can just put it in the class. If you didn't put anything in the right order in your query, you can fix it here. So we'll put that across, and it gives us all of this. There is no grouping this time, so we don't have to do any of that. However, it does sort the data in ascending order of location, and then descending order of daily cost. And then we click next, and this page you can play. Oh no, it's landscape. Click that, and we want to modify it a little bit. And click finish. So what you need to watch out for, especially when you make bigger queries, is that everything is there and it doesn't overlap each other. So as you can see, this last column here is teeny tiny and all squashed. So we want to fix that by making it a little bit bigger. And hopefully, if you view this in the report view, all the data can be seen. And that, you're right, is everything on there. So as long as you can carefully read and find out what your query contains, you should be able to do everything you're asked. Finally, we need to create another form, and we can do that quite quickly if we go to Forms, and in your forms, I didn't do this last time, but you probably want to rename them to something more meaningful. So this would be activities. You might want to sort the layout a little bit. We want to remove that. Simply make some of these boxes smaller. We'd have activity up here. Oh. Next to this. At this point, if you've got time left, you could get images from the internet, or you could do all sorts of stuff just to make it look a bit more professional, a bit nicer, a bit more user friendly. Oh, just careful not to make everything too big. Another thing to always add, like we did last time, is the buttons. So we want to have our go to last record. We want to have our, go to first record. We want to have, keep clicking text. We want to have our go to next record. Always the same 5 buttons, just to be safe. We want to have our go to previous record. And we want to have, finally, oh, I put these in the wrong order. We want to have, it's a record operation. Add new record. And finish. So that can go there. This could even jab into there. And controls. You might wonder what this actually does. If we view this as a form, when you click on these, you can view all the different things in the database. Now if you have to add new fields, you can just click into here and you can create new records. BR 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and whatever else. And that is everything you need to do in, that was my screen capture software. That is everything it asks you to do. So just make sure you read everything carefully, you remember that these are text files you're importing. If you see CSV, it's text. You might have to validate, so just be aware of that. And make sure you look carefully at these and include everything at once. And that is everything you're likely to need. Thank you very much. Goodbye.